and welcome back. Good to see you. I make no apology this week. We're going back to digitisation. And I know there are some doubters still there out in the industry who I hear people say things like, well, it's just plugging things in. It's not really. It's more than that. If you want to get a better understanding, look at the high street. Look at your local high street. I know my local high street doesn't count. The big high streets in the big cities, big chain stores closing down all over the place. And why? Because consumers are changing their behaviour. They're moving more to online purchasing. They don't want to go through the hassle of driving to the high street, finding somewhere to park, paying for that, and carrying their goods home. They just want it delivered next day. And that sort of thing is already happening in the chemical supply chain. A number of the big chemical distributors have their own internet platforms, and there are at least 3, to my knowledge, independent companies offering online chemical sales. And I think that one of the drivers for those developments is that they want to get in before Amazon gets in and takes over that space as well. And to understand one of the drivers behind this, I want to refer you back to what we talked about last week about feedback. Because, as I said there, the big tech companies, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, they are using the feedback that they get to improve their services, improve their customer service, and that the gathering of feedback and the use of artificial intelligence, big data analytics to interpret that feedback, that's what gives them the edge. That's where the commercial value of the feedback is. So that's what they're doing all the time, and you as the customer experience this in terms of improved service levels. You may not necessarily want to think about how invasive Alexa is in your personal space, but that's another thing. But for the service provider, it's a question of being more profitable. Now think about that in terms of the chemical industry, the chemical supply chain. The same things apply. Your customers are now used to the Amazon experience, if you like, and they're going to want to see the same thing from you. And if you don't provide it, somebody else might do. I dare say, after the spring conferences, there'll be more to say on this. I'll be interested to see how far digitisation is going in the chemical supply chain, and I will, of course, let you be the first to know. See you next week.